Thank you. Sell it to him.
5,000 Genentech.
The Lacks family began to learn more about what had been done with their mother's cells. They decided to approach lawyers to see if they could claim some of the money.
I went to the lawyers because I wanted to find out what is happening with her cell. From my research, I found out that they selling her cells all over the world. And I just wanted to find out who is making money off my mother's cells. I was kind of angry about it, or mad about it in a way, because it was something that no one knew about.
The lawyers approached most of the major biotechnology and pharmaceutical companies. Everywhere they were turned away. It seemed they had no legal case. Henrietta Lacks had died too long ago. Faced by this, the Lacks family decided that if they couldn't win any money, they would fight for recognition for their mother. They began a campaign which was picked up by radical black magazines.
And we got a lot of pictures of around here like this, around the market, up John Hopkins Hospital. We just want to make them aware of who she was. The reason why I think they're not trying to acknowledge is because she's black. I think if it was the other way around, if she's a white female, I think they would have been acknowledged and they would know who she is right now.
The Lacks family became convinced that their mother's death somehow represented a kind of heroism. It had been a sacrifice by a black woman for the rest of the world.
The most famous woman in the world in medical history, the only woman in the medical history that holds this title, you know, to me, I don't think they want blacks to hold that title.
But the promise of finding a cure for cancer is yet again beginning to fade. By the early 90s, scientists had identified many genes associated with cancer. But these genes are only one part in a complicated sequence of events that lead to cancer. The human body is far more complicated than scientists thought. The public optimism is giving way to a new skepticism.
We don't have a single case, not a single case, where knowledge of the DNA sequence of a gene has led to a treatment for the disease. Knowing all the genes in the human genome is in itself not information on how the human body works. If you want to know how the human body works, you have to look at the proteins, the cell organelles, the machinery of the body as a whole. The DNA information is not sufficient.
The dream didn't happen. The dream of winning the war on cancer, the dream of making a lot of money did happen for a lot of people. The dream of finding ways to help some patients with cancer happened. But the dream to cure cancer has not and did not happen.
Are we any nearer curing cancer than we were 50 years ago?
No, certainly not. In particular cases, we are in better control of the conditions for chemical attacks on cancer, knowing exactly what chemicals to give. Lives are extended by either burning the cancer out or cutting it out or killing it with chemicals. And there are no other ways. And there are not likely to be.
So is the promise of a genetic cure for cancer an illusion then?
Yes.
It really is?
Yes. I don't know what more to say.
Running, 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 I can't carry.
Morehouse College in Atlanta is one of the oldest black universities in America.
If my mother don't go, I can't carry.
Last October, on the 45th anniversary of Henrietta Lacks' death, it honoured her and her family. It was the culmination of their campaign for the recognition of their mother.
I'm running up the King's Highway.
The city of Atlanta acknowledges the contributions of Henrietta Lacks for advancing the medical and scientific efforts for cancer, polio, and many other diseases, and on behalf of the citizens of Atlanta, hereby proclaim October 11th as Henrietta Lacks Day in our city. Signed, William Campbell.
The family now became celebrities.
Would you give us some response on your emotional comments at this time?
Well, I think I was part of a miracle because when she was pregnant with me, she was dying with cancer.
Oh.
See, only little outcome I had of that, I stayed in the hospital a whole year with spinal tuberculosis. Since then, I've been having a clean bill of health, and she's done, tremendous, miraculous help for other people. She deserved it.
As a result of the campaign, Henrietta Lacks has become a scientific heroine. But in reality, she has defeated science. For 45 years, scientists have struggled to understand her cells and cure cancer. But a growing number of scientists believe that even if they understood why Henrietta's cells grow and divide ceaselessly, they could not cure the disease. There is a new pessimism in science.
I can know the cause of lots of things. I know the cause of the tides, but I can't stop them. I know the cause of hurricanes, but I can't stop them. I know the current causes of death. And even if I can prevent some of the current causes of death, I cannot stop death. It's here to stay. All flesh is as the grass.
Gila will live forever, perhaps. The dance of Gila continues. They are all dancing out there somewhere along the line, and they're still on the stage somewhere, I'm sure. The stage is very broad and wide, and the curtain has by no means gone down on them, and the music plays on.
Stupid ass, but do you think them cells still living? I'm talking about in the grave. Oh no, I don't guess they are.
But they're living elsewhere.
They're still living out in the test tubes. That's a miracle.